Yes. So page number 86, question number 2. Today we will discuss numerical problems that is based on vapor density and molecular weight. So yesterday we had solved the first question and today the second question. Just you go through your book, page number 86. A gas cylinder holds 85 gram of gas X. The same cylinder when filled with hydrogen holds 8.5 gram of hydrogen under the same conditions of temperature pressure. Calculate molecular weight. So just you see in this problem that certain volume, we have studied one relationship that vapor density is the ratio mass of certain volume of a gas to the mass of same volume of hydrogen gas. So this formula we will apply here. So what is given? A gas cylinder holds 85 gram of the gas X. So weight of gas X cylinder, that is given 85 gram. Then when the same cylinder is filled with hydrogen, then the weight is given 8.5 grams. So weight of hydrogen gas in cylinder, that is 8.5 grams. So we have studied the formula that vapor density is the ratio mass of the certain volume of the gas to the mass of the same volume. So here what is the certain volume? Certain volume is the volume of cylinder. Certain volume, because this cylinder is there. In this cylinder, once you are filling, this cylinder is there, once you are filling gas X, and then next time you are filling with hydrogen gas. So when the gas X is filled, weight you are getting 85 gram, and when hydrogen is filled, that you are getting the weight 8.5 gram. So now the relationship for vapor density is the ratio mass of the certain volume of a gas to the mass of the same volume of hydrogen. So here that certain volume is the volume of cylinder only. So when the gas X is filled, you are getting the weight 85. When hydrogen is filled, you are getting the weight 8.5. So this 850 upon 85, 10. Vapor density, there will be no ratio because this is the ratio. There will be no unit for the vapor density because it is taken the ratio mass of the certain volume of the gas to the mass of the same volume. Now it is asked calculate the molecular. So we have studied the relationship that molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. Then 2 into 10, you are getting 20. So this is the molecular weight of gas X. So such type of the questions, even if it is given in that your additional questions, but such questions they are asking in board paper. So it is necessary to solve the such question. Now, question number 3. Next, question number 3. We are going to take the next question, that question number 3. Question number 3. So just to see what is given in question number 3. Calculate the relative molecular mass. Calculate relative molecular mass. Calculate relative molecular mass or molecular weight, both are same. 290 ml gas A at 17 degrees Celsius at 1520 mm pressure, weight is given 2.73 gram. So the weight of the gas is given, weight of gas 2.73 gram, and then conditions are given, that temperature is given T1, that 17 degrees Celsius plus 273, you will get 73, 10 and 7819, 298 Kelvin. Then other conditions, volume is given that 290 ml, and the pressure is given that 1520 mm. Then a gas cylinder, calculate the relative molecular mass of 290 ml. Volume is given 290 ml of gas A at 17 degrees Celsius and 1520 mm pressure, weight 2.73 gram, and 1 liter hydrogen mass is given. 1 liter hydrogen gas at STP, that weight is given that 0.09 gram. This one is given, and you have to calculate the relative molecular mass. So just you see, in this problem we can apply this vapor density formula, that vapor density is the ratio of the mass of the certain volume of the gas to the mass of the same volume of hydrogen. Weight is given, volume is given, but the problem is that this is not the STP. Whatever the conditions are given, it is not at the STP, but the hydrogen weight is given at STP. So when we apply the vapor density formula, vapor density is the ratio of the mass of the certain volume of the gas to the mass of the same volume of hydrogen. The conditions must be same. The conditions must be same. So how we can make the same condition? So whatever the volumes are given here, 290 ml, that you can convert at STP. That you know the equation, that in class 9th we studied, that gas equation P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon V2. P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. So by using that relationship, we can convert this volume at STP. So the volume will change. The weight of the substance will remain this much only. So that much volume having this much weight, then you calculate the volume of 1 liter of the gas at STP. So after getting the mass of the 1 liter of the gas at STP, you are having the 1 liter hydrogen mass, so you can apply the vapor density formula. So first of all, let us convert this volume at STP. So at STP, T2, you know that the temperature at STP 273 Kelvin, and the pressure at STP, you are familiar, that 760 mm. Then V2 we have to calculate. Now you can apply gas equation, that P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. Now you can put the values. P1 is 1520, V1 is 290, and T1 is again 290. Then P2 760, V2 and T2 273. So just you see, this 290 will be cancelled. Then cross multiplication 760 into V2 is equal to 1520 into 273. Then V2 is equal to 1520 273 upon 760. This is twice. So V2 you are getting 3 2 ja 6, 2 7 ja 14, 546 ml. This is at STP. This is at STP. So just you see, this volume you are getting at STP and weight is this one. So if you know this volume and weight you know, can you calculate the weight of the 1000 ml? It is very simple. By comparing we can get the weight of the 1000 ml. So just you see. So 546 ml gas at STP, weight is given that 2.73 gram. 2.73 gram, then 1000 ml. So 1000 ml gas at STP, weight 2.73 divided by 546 into 1000. So this will be 2730 upon 546. This is twice 273. You are getting this 5 gram. Now you can apply the vapor density formula, that vapor density is the ratio mass of the certain volume of the gas to the mass of the same volume of hydrogen. So vapor density is the ratio mass of certain volume of a gas to the mass of same volume of hydrogen gas. This is the formula we will use here. So just you see, this certain volume is 1000 ml. Either you take the 1000 ml or 1 liter, both are same. So 1 liter hydrogen mass is given 0.09 and 1 liter that gas mass is given 5 gram. So this 5 divided by 0.09, then 500 upon 9. So this, if you divide 9 5s are 45, then this will come like that. So this is the vapor density, and you know that molecular mass, molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density, then 2 multiplied by, so that you will get 111.11. So I think this is your answer. I think it is clear to you, all of you. So this question is important, and such type of the problem they are asking in board paper also. So you can do the practice, you can get. It is very simple, that the volume of the gas was given, not at STP. So that volume we have converted at STP. So when you convert the volume at STP, only the volume will change, mass will not change. Only the volume will change, mass will not change. So we know the mass of that volume. So we have calculated the mass of the 1 liter, and 1 liter hydrogen mass was given. So by taking this vapor density is the mass of the certain volume of the gas to the mass of the same volume of hydrogen, and then molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. Now, next question number 4. Next one is question number 4. Question number 4. State the volume occupied by 40 gram of hydrocarbon. Calculate volume occupied by 40 gram of hydrocarbon. This is the problem. And what is given here? It is given that at STP, its vapor density is 8. So vapor density is given 8. So if the vapor density is given, you can calculate the molecular mass. So molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density, then 2 into 8, 16 gram. Molecular mass you are getting 16 gram since you have not studied the mole concept. So this is the problem here, but one method is there, directly you can learn it, that 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liter, and that is equal to molecular mass. So just you compare that molecular mass of any substance, if you take, its volume will be 22.4 liter. So molecular mass here you are getting 16. So 16 gram mass of the gas, volume is 22.4 liters. So 16 gram hydrocarbon contain volume 22.4 liters. So now you can take that 40 gram hydrocarbon, 22.4 divided by 16 multiplied by 40. So 8 2s are 8 5s are, then 2, 11.2, 5 2s are 10, and 56 liters. So you are getting the volume, that 56 liters. So like this, that you keep in your mind that molecular mass, this is the condition at STP. This is the condition at STP. 1 molecular mass of any gas, that you keep in your mind. 1 molecular mass of any gas, that the volume is 22.4 liters. So 1 molecular mass 16 gram, volume is this much, then 40 gram. So your answer is 56 liters. Then question number 5. Now question number 5. Question number 5, just you go through what is given. Calculate the atomicity of the gas X. Calculate atomicity of gas X. Calculate atomicity of gas X. And it is given atomic number in your book, that you can correct it, that atomic weight is given 35.5. Atomic weight is given 35.5, whose vapor density is equal to its relative atomic mass. So vapor density is equal to relative atomic mass, that is equal to 35.5. So how we can know about atomicity? Atomicity we studied that the number of atoms present in one molecule of a gas. The number of atoms present in one molecule of a gas is called atomicity. For example, you have seen that oxygen 2 is there, nitrogen 2 is there. So one formula is there to calculate atomicity. Atomicity is equal to molecular mass or molecular weight upon atomic weight. This formula is used to calculate the atomicity. So just you see, atomic mass is given 35.5, but the molecular weight is not given, but the vapor density is given. So you can apply that formula, that molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. Then 2 into 35.5, 71. So now atomicity is equal to molecular mass 71 divided by atomic mass, that 35.5. So here you are getting 2. So atomicity of the gas X is 2. Very simple. This formula is used. Atomicity is equal to molecular weight upon atomic weight. Here atomic weight is given, but the molecular weight is not given. At the place of the molecular weight, vapor density is given. So vapor density is equal to, vapor density is given. So molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. So by this way we have calculated the molecular weight 71. Then atomicity is equal to molecular weight upon atomic weight. So that you are getting 2. So in your book that correction is there, where it is written atomic number 35.5, you can correct it. You can write there atomic weight. Now, question number 6. That question number 6. What is given here? Calculate relative molecular mass and vapor density. Calculate relative molecular mass and vapor density. What information is given here? If 160 gram of alcohol vaporizes has volume 112 liter, or you can say 112 liter volume of the gas at STP, weight is given that 160 gram. So just one relationship I have given you, that 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liter, that is equal to molecular mass at STP. That you have to keep in your mind. It means if you calculate the mass of 22.4 liter, of any gas, if you calculate the mass of 22.4 liter of any gas at STP, that will be the molecular mass. If you calculate the mass of 22.4 liter of any gas at STP, that will be molecular mass. So here just you see, at STP weight is given 11.2 liter. So if the 11.2 liter gas mass is given 160, can you calculate the mass of the 22.4 liter? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you calculate the mass of the 22.4 liter, so that will be the molecular mass. Very simple method. So this 112 liter gas at STP weight is 160 gram. Then 22.4 liter gas at STP. Weight is 160 divided by 112, 22.4. So once this zero will be removed because this decimal, then 224 on 112 twice. So this 32. So this is the molecular mass. Molecular mass that is equal to 32. Molecular mass that is equal to 32 gram. Then it is asked calculate vapor density. So we have studied that molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. So vapor density is equal to molecular mass upon 2. So that is 32 divided by 2, 16. So molecular mass you are getting 32 and the vapor density you are getting 60. So this is your answer. So this page number 86, all the problems are over. Now you go on the page number 95, percentage composition. So page number 95, percentage composition. Page number 95. Now we will discuss the problems, numerical problems based on percentage composition. So percentage composition. This page number 95. So here one formula will be used, that percentage of element. Percentage of element is equal to mass of element upon molecular mass, molecular mass that multiplied by 100. So only this formula will be used here. So question first, just you go through your book. Question first, what is given? That calculate the percentage by weight. First one is given, carbon in carbon dioxide. Calculate percentage. First one is given, carbon in carbon dioxide. And next one is given, that sodium in sodium carbonate. So I will do on the board that A and C. B in the practice I have given. So this percentage of carbon in carbon dioxide. So first of all calculate the molecular mass of carbon dioxide. So molecular mass of carbon dioxide. Just you take the sum of the atomic masses. That will be the molecular mass. So carbon 12, oxygen 16, 2 atoms are there, 2 into 16. Then you are getting that 12 plus 32, you are getting 44 grams. So this is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide. Now you can apply the formula, that percentage of carbon, this formula, mass of element. So what is the mass of element? 12 upon 44 into 100. Just to calculate how much you are getting. So in the book, the answer is given 27.3. Just to check it, whether you are getting 27.3. If you are not getting, then something must be wrong. Now, that C, that aluminum in aluminum nitride, calculate the percentage of aluminum in aluminum nitride. So, C, that aluminum in aluminum nitride. So many are there, they don't know the formula of aluminum nitride. If you don't know the correct formula, you cannot solve this numerical problem. So I want to tell you, nitride is this one, this radical. Nitride is N3 minus. So when you write aluminum nitride, Al and N, 3 plus and 3 minus, 3 is common, it is removed, then it is crossed, then you are getting Aln. So aluminum nitride is Aln. Now find out the molecular mass of aluminum nitride. So molecular mass of aluminum nitride. So aluminum atomic mass is 27 and nitrogen atomic mass is 14. So 7 plus 4, 11 and 2 plus 1, 3, 41. It is asked calculate the percentage of aluminum. So percentage of aluminum is equal to mass of aluminum, that is 27 upon 41 multiplied by 100. So this value, if you calculate, you should get that 67.85. 65.85. This answer is given in the book. Just to check it. If you are not getting, then something may be wrong. Now, second question. Second question, very big formula is given, that calculate the percentage of iron in K3FeCN6. Now, question number 2. Question number 2, what is given? Calculate percentage of iron. Question 2, calculate percentage of iron in K3FeCN6. This is the complex salt K3FeCN6. In the book it is not given bracket, but this is the actual one. So find out the molecular mass. Molecular mass of K3FeCN6. So potassium atomic mass is 39 is there. So 3 into 39. And just to see, iron atomic mass may be given that 56. And then here you see carbon 6 atoms are there. CN6 means 6 atoms are there. So 6 into 12 plus nitrogen also 6 atoms, then 6 into 14. So 3 9 27, 2 3 3 ja 9, 9 to 11 plus 56 plus 6 2 ja 12, 1, 72, 6 4 ja 24 and 6 to 8. Now you can add it. 117, 56, 72, 84. So just to see 6 6 12, 12 7, 19, one carry here, then 2 5 2 7, 7 7, 14, 14 and 6, 20, then 22, then 2 carry here, 329. So the molecular mass you are getting that 329. Then percentage of iron, just to see what is the mass of iron here, you are getting 117 divided by 329. 117 divided by 329 multiplied by 100. So that answer is given in the book, that 17.02%. So just you see the calculation, 17.02%. So up to here only, and just to see 3 to 8 numerical problems are there. You can try by yourself. Okay. So now I am going to stop.
Thank you, sir.